Good morning and good afternoon, Masters. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, let's today talk about something that sounds a little mystical at first, but is actually one of the most powerful truths you will ever learn. And again, we are continuing chapter 11 meditation preparation. So, in this chapter, Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this thing the sweet spot of the present moment. So now I know that might sound very deep, but trust me, once you get what this really means, it can absolutely change your life. So let's start off with something very simple. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to live on autopilot? Most of us just wake up and instantly repeat the exact same routine from yesterday. We grab our phone, check the same emails, sip the same coffee or tea, drive the same route to work, talk to the same people, and think the same kinds of thoughts we thought the day before. And we don't even realize it. But we are not really living in the present moment. And that's what Dr. Dispenza is talking about. We are living inside a story that was written yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. So, and here is what Dr. Joe says is the real issue is with this is when you are constantly thinking from the past and emotionally preparing for the same predictable future, you have no space for anything new to happen. And we can relate to this. That's what we do. Say similar thing that we did yesterday or the day before that. So when that happens, we are not creating any space for something new. You can't experience a new outcome like a healing or a breakthrough, a new opportunity. Why? Because your brain and body, they are too busy reliving what already was. You are basically stuck in that loop. He says each thought, choice, behavior, experience, and emotion becomes a point on the timeline of your future. So your past literally becomes your future. Let that sink in. If we keep thinking the same way, feeling the same emotions, doing the same things, we are just carrying the past forward again and again. So, what's the solution? So, it's not about fixing everything around you, it is about changing your relationship with the present moment. Start living in the present moment. Dr. Dispenza says when you find the sweet spot of the present moment and you forget about yourself as the same personality, you have access to other possibilities that already exist in the quantum field, right? Because in this quantum field, which you can think of as the invisible field of energy and potential that surrounds all of us. Everything already exists. Every version of you, every potential life that you can imagine, every healing, every miracle, every shift in your life, it's already around us. Everything is already existing. But the issue is you have to access it. You have to get out of the way. You have to stop identifying so strongly with your body, your schedule, your identity, and your problems just for a little while. Dr. Dispenza calls this becoming nobody, no one, no thing, in no place, in no time. It sounds strange at first, but it's just about letting go. Letting go of the stress, letting go of yesterday's things, letting go of all the labels we wear like armor. Like we say, I am too old, I'm always anxious, this is just who I am. He says, just remove those labels, let go all the stress. None of that exists in the present moment unless you bring it with you. So that's what you have to practice, how you can remove them from your life. And next he says, here is the magic part. When you sit in meditation and truly enter the now, present, that's when your body stops reacting to the past and your brain stops predicting the future. So, what's left? Stillness, presence, space, and energy. And in that space, you are no longer plugged into the old timeline. Now you have unplugged from what was before. And now you are free to connect with what could be. That's why meditation is so powerful, masters. It's not just about relaxation or clearing your mind. It's about changing your reality. Yes, it's possible through meditation. You can change your reality. Why? Because the moment you drop into that sweet spot, which is called the now, Dr. Dispenza says that sweet spot is the now, present. So the moment you drop into that sweet spot, then now you start to true into and believing into these new possibilities. That's the tuning. You are no longer that same old version of yourself. You are not a name or a role or a title. You are pure awareness, just consciousness. And in that state, anything can happen. Everything is possible in that state. If you get to that state, anything is possible. Dr. Dispenza describes next it like entering a black void, a space that might seem empty at first, but is actually bursting with potential that you can't imagine. Your job is just to get into that state. How? Through meditation. How? Through living in present moment. How to let go your past. How to stop analyzing and thinking about your future. Just start living in present. He says it's a quantum field, and the more time you spend there, the more energy you reclaim from your past, the more you break away from the patterns that have kept you stuck. And the more space you create for something new to show up. So once you get to that state, in that quantum field, if you are spending more time there, it will increase your energy. It will break the patterns past like patterns from yesterday, and it will create more space for new possibilities. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. He says, let me tell you one of the most powerful and almost unbelievable stories. So Dr. Dispenza shares in this chapter, it's about a woman named Sophia. And what happened to her completely defies what we think is possible. So Sophia was at one of Dr. Dispenza's meditation workshop in Sydney. Australia. Like everyone else in the room, she was sitting very quietly, eyes closed, and she was deep in meditation. So she was in Dr. Dispenja's workshop. So Dr. Dispenja was, walking around and he happened to glance in her direction. And something about her energy shifted. He felt it so strongly that, or instinct, he just waved at her just to see what would happen. And guess what? She waved back. She is in deep meditation with closed eyes. But when Dr. Jispenda waved her, she waved back. Her eyes were still closed, but she somehow knew he had waved. Dr. Dispenja was amazed. Then he called over two of his assistants and pointed towards her. And again, without opening her eyes, Sophia waved him back. It was as if she could see, not with her eyes, but with something much deeper. Her mind, her energy, her awareness. Later, Sophia explained to Dr. Jasminja what she had experienced. She said that in that deep state of meditation, she could see everything around her, 360-degree, not just in front of her, but behind her, beside her, all around. It wasn't imagination, it was a real perception of the room. She wasn't visualizing, she was actually perceiving. To test this, Dr. Dispenza's team hooked her up to an EEG machine. It's a device that measures brainwave activity. And when Sophia meditated again with her eyes closed, something remarkable happened. Her visual cortex, the part of the brain which is responsible for sight, lit up. Her brain was active in the same way it would be if her eyes were wide open and looking at the world. But here is the thing, her eyes were still closed, but that scan is showing like her eyes are lit up. So, what does this mean? It means her brain was doing the same, not her eyes. She had tapped into a level of awareness that didn't depend on her physical senses. She had stepped into the unknown, into the quantum field, and connected with something far beyond the ordinary. How? Because she let go. She let go of her identity, her personality, her physical body, her past, her future, all of it. She wasn't Sophia, the person in that moment. She became pure consciousness, awareness without limits. And that's what meditation always allows us to do. And that's what our goal should be. As Dr. Dispenja puts it so beautifully, if you focus on the unknown, you get the unknown. Right? That means if you are brave enough to sit in that stillness, in that quiet space, where you're not thinking about your grocery list or your phone or your problems, you can access something new, a possibility you have never experienced before. But here's the part that matters for you and me. When we sit down to meditate and our nose itches or our leg cramps or our mind reminds us for something urgent, that's not just distraction. That's our old self trying to keep control. That's our brain and body addicted to the past in our routine, trying to pull us back into the known. but we don't have to let it win. Remember, my friends, every time you gently bring your attention back, every time it happens, you breathe through that discomfort. Every time you say no to the urge to check your phone, you are taking your power back. You are teaching your body who is really in charge. You are unplugging from your old story and stepping into a brand new one. So the next time you sit down to meditate, don't treat it like just another task or your to-do list, masters. Instead of that, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and just ask yourself, can I stay here, fully present, just a little longer? Because that is the sweet spot. That's where your future changes. That's where your healing begins. That's where your new life takes root. Not out there in the world, but right here inside you. So with that, I will stop here. Thank you so much for listening, Masters. And I hope you will join me again tomorrow. So now, let's sit comfortably and enjoy the meditation together. Relax your body, cross your feet, clasp your fingers, close your eyes. If you are wearing glasses, please remove them now. Take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. Now focus on your normal, natural, calmer breath. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Thoughts will come and go. Don't analyze them. It's natural. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Now for next 45 minutes, we'll meditate. Just focus on your normal, natural, calmer breath. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath. Be with your breath. Last 5 minutes, masters. Be with your breath. Last 1 minute, masters. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath, masters. Last 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, very slowly, very gently, bring your awareness back to your body. Put both your palms on your closed eyes. Slowly blink your eyes and open them. Look at your palm with big smile and thank yourself. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Masters, for joining me. Tomorrow we are going to cover the last chapter of this book. Now, if you have any question or any comment, please unmute yourself and ask or share.
Thank you, Susma.
Thank you, Rama.
Thank
All
you.
right, then. Thank you. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Andy. Very nice meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, Manina. If you want to continue meditation, please do so.
Can you
Thank
please
you.
share us this music you played? It's very soothing.
Oh, okay. I can share that if you want. I got it from Bharti ma'am.
Yeah, recently I read a book called Shambhala Meditation, Shambhala Principles, 5 Principles.
Mm-hmm.
That book, they have five of things to imagine.
Okay.
One is spreading love. One is being content, and feeling oneness. Actually, those meditation, it's very simple steps, just three steps to do.
Mm-hmm.
Imagining white light inside us like that. Mm.
Oh.
I felt those are very powerful meditations. If you want to teach anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
English book, please choose that book. 5 Principles of Shambhala. I will give you PDF.
Okay.
I underestimated that power of that meditation, but recently I used that
Mm-hmm.
when people are behaving mean or something like that. I send
Mm-hmm.
love to them. They
Okay.
immediately changed. It took very less time for them to change. Generally, I
Okay.
use Hoponopo technique. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. But I felt instead of that Hoponopo, this meditation is stronger than that Hoponopo meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, I'm feeling I should tell this meditation to everybody because it was useful for me. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm muted and talking. Like if one person listen about this, also, it's useful
Yeah.
for them. I will
Yeah.
give you that PDF. So I think we have to start doing that meditation apart from whatever music meditation we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even in my group also, I'll tell everybody use that meditation and get the benefit of it. It's very really wonderful because whenever I do meditation recently, those pictures are coming to me like Maharshi Amara and Guruji Krishnananda
Mm-hmm.
because I connected with them through our
Mm-hmm.
mini meditation last year happened, right? First time
Mm-hmm.
mini meditation happened in Virginia. That time I got a magazine of them. When I
Oh.
got a magazine of them, I one day I'm going in the car. Sorry, I'm taking your time in the morning. One day I'm going in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like, why can't I take meditation magazine and read? Because I'm going with my son friend, so he will be in the front seat. I'll be in the back. My husband went to work, so I had to sit in the alone. Because they want to talk each other. They want to spend time. My son and his friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a pyramid cap and I took that magazine with me. I'm in the back of the car. We are going for a 2 hour journey. So
Mm-hmm.
in actually we are not supposed to read in the car, but I felt like I feel alone and I should read because I'm accompanying him because he just got the license. One adult should be
Okay.
there in the car.
Yeah.
So then I took that book, I put pyramid cap on me, and I read that book. I felt like reading that book is a meditation. I was full
Oh.
with energies until I completely finished that book in 1 hour. I was
Wow.
full of energies. I able to feel that energies of Maharshi Amara and Krishna and the Guruji. Then I
Mm-hmm.
felt inside, if I go to India, I should go to that place where they are built a tapovana. And I felt like some connection is there with Maharshi Amara and my son. I don't know what it is. Vaguely, I felt.
Wow.
But I went there. I went to India, but I didn't plan for going there.
Uh-huh.
I just want to visit my cousin in Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
But I told, anyhow, I'm going. Why can't I go to Bangalore or Pyramid Valley?
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, after I go there, suddenly I remembered about Tapavana. I just told to my sister husband that there is a place called this. It will be nice. I didn't tell him to take me also,
What's
because
the
it will
name of
be
the place, Malina?
Tapovana.
Tapovan. Okay.
Tapovana. It's in the Bangalore some village. Yeah, it's opposite
Okay.
to Pyramid Valley. Pyramid
Okay.
Valley will be one side. This is on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I called them in the what time, because I want to visit Pyramid Valley right first. So I
Mm-hmm.
called them what time you will be there. They told until 5:30 only.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't make it because with two cousins are there. We have to go to both houses, and we have to go to Pyramid Valley, and Bangalore traffic. It will be horrible.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
have to go there. I didn't think I can make it because I have only one day. I had to go to next day my in-laws house.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt, masters, okay, I'm coming to you. If you want me to visit you, make you visit, at least come. I will come to that place itself, at least. I'll enter that
Mm-hmm.
aura, right? At least. But
Right.
somehow we struggled all day. We rushed everywhere, and we visited that place. But we
Wow.
visited at the last 20 minutes.
Hmm.
There is a chamber called Maharshi Chambers, Saptashi Chambers. So that
Mm-hmm.
chamber, we sit and we did meditation. Then I visited
Mm-hmm.
the Samadhi of Maharshi Amara and his disciple Guruji Krishnananda. Actually, the
Mm-hmm.
idea is Maharshi Amara's idea to build Maharshi Chambers, portals. That is a portal that will be used
Mm-hmm.
later when the energies comes for Saptarshi energies comes to our earth. It will happen
Mm-hmm.
maybe after 2032 or somewhere. Okay, so that is
Mm-hmm.
his vision, Maharshi Amara vision, but he couldn't implement that. But Guruji
Right.
Krishnananda sacrificed his whole life. He resigned his job. He left his family, but he gave them pension. He has a daughter
Mm-hmm.
and a wife, or son and wife, two family members. He
Mm-hmm.
gave the pension to him. He lived on doing farming for his own living.
Okay.
So he built in one place by sacrificing all his life, working hard, getting all negativity from the villagers, all those things he tolerated. But at last, what
Mm-hmm.
happened? Where he built something, somebody took over in the same meditation group only. They
Mm-hmm.
let him go out of the place by putting some blame on him. He left
Mm-hmm.
that place. Again, he built this place from zero. From zero,
Mm-hmm.
he started this place. So this was become famous. The other one got become normal.
Oh, okay.
So these energies. Then I did. I went and touched those samadhis, and I did meditation. But I forgot about there is one more chamber called Kundalini chamber. It will awaken our Kundalini energies inside us. I totally forgot about it. Um, I spent 20 minutes there only. They closed that Kundalini chamber. Because
Mm-hmm.
same thing happened to me last year also. Last year, I went to Cosmic Valley in India, Khammam. There is a place called Pindipolu. There also, I forgot about Lord Adama climbing the hill. Has to climb little hill and sit there and do meditation. I totally forgot about Lord Adama. I visited all the places. I did a meditation in that what's called Babaji cave. I did everything, but I didn't go to there. I thought time is won't enough. Same situation
Mm-hmm.
repeated for me in Tapovan also. But what happened miraculously? Second time I went to India, I meditated for him. I know more. I browsed more about him. Who is Lord Adama? Why? All those then I did meditation and I connected to him. Okay, I have to come to you this time. I will do meditation at your place. I determined and I went to India, but I forgot after I go there because it is too much relatives. All those things will be there, right? But I able to go without my much effort, and I did
Okay.
meditation in his cave, Lord Adama cave.
Nice.
Same thing happened here also. I don't know why those incidents will repeat for me. Maybe next time I have to connect more to that Kundalini chamber, then I can go there. Maybe my energies are not enough. Um, some reason will be there which I didn't visit. I felt like when it happened to me first time, I felt like
Mm-hmm.
some reason will be there. But
Mm-hmm.
those 20 minutes, I was in total bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm remembering that magazine I read in one. Why that magazine will come to me only? There is a reason for everything, right? I felt
Right.
like there is a reason. Something is I'm going to do in future. Something it is going to affect me in something in future. I have to know. I
Mm-hmm.
have to know like that. So After I come back after a month, I told same thing to everybody, whoever I meet, but I totally forgot about them. It was 1 year. I didn't touch their things. Again,
Okay.
recently, I'm doing one meditation 1 month back. Again, those two people remembered. I remembered in the meditation. Why I'm connecting to these energies, why I'm connecting to these energies. I felt like inside. Then I took again the magazine which I read long time back. When I'm reading that magazine, I felt like, why can't I see any other books are there which they taught us? Then I opened our Google Drive. We have a DMV, Divine Globalness Global Drive, right? There I saw the book of 5 principles of Shambhala. Then I opened the book. I had to see what is these principles. Then I started reading. Then I came to know one of my friends also connecting to same energy. She told, okay, listen this YouTube link. I will share the YouTube link also. Five Shambhala principles. PMC USA, somebody did it. So Atlanta Master, Lakshmi Master did it. So then I connected. Then I listened that. Same incident happened in my life that I don't have any choice other than using that principle. Then I used that principle. Then it became calm. The situation changed. Okay,
Okay.
that's why so masters want me to learn these principles. That's why they came to my meditation. Uh, so I have to spread these 5 principles to everybody, how much ever I can. I felt like that inside. Thank you. Thank you for time.
Thank you so much, Mani ma'am, for sharing this. And definitely, actually, you can talk to Bharti ma'am and you can teach us that meditation one day when you get a chance. And thank you so much for sharing that book. I have the name and I'm going to read that book. So, and everything happens something for some reason. So I'm glad now you know why everything was happening. So thank you so much for sharing your experience. All right. So any comment for anybody else? All right, then see you all tomorrow and have a good day, everyone. Bye.